Hey everybody, back with another Real Talk. Enjoying my freshly bloomed magnolia tree during this latest lockdown in Ontario. And well, this one goes out to everyone, but especially all of the tribe brothers and sisters in Ontario, Canada. We are in our third lockdown now, and I'm starting to see some people who had a lot of grace throughout all of this stuff starting to lose their grace, lose their poise, lose their patience. And I don't have any ancient wisdom today. Don't have any hero quotes other than a personal hero of mine. He's not a comic book superhero. He's not a cartoon character, but he is a hero to me. His name is PINCHIN, and he has a song called Bad Things. And the lyrics go, "Don't worry about bad things. It'll work out in the end." And I think sometimes you just need someone to say that. You need to hear it from someone. And in Sean's song, the album is called Bad Things that it's off of. And before I heard the song, I naturally assumed that the song was going to be, with Sean being a blues artist, about something that made him blue. But like most of Sean's songs, they're happy blues. And Bad Things is all about his mama telling him, "Don't worry about bad things, it'll work out in the end." And I just wanted to boost that signal. So if you're going through some difficulties right now, if you're stressed to the max, if you're all out of patience, and you got a bald spot on your head from scratching it, trying to figure out why aren't things changing, why do they keep trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, don't worry about bad things. It'll work out in the end. Now, a lot of people, they draw inspiration from folks who have some really steely nerves, iron will, people like soldiers, people who have been through some really tough stuff. And they say, "What's your secret? How do you do it? How do you stay so calm? Where do you get your grace under fire?" And it's just experience. That's all it is, repetition. The people who have been through some really difficult things, sometimes multiple difficult things, maybe near-death experiences, chronic pain, even multiple things like that, watching their loved ones go through it, you start to learn the resilience of the human body. And you are human. You start to really marvel at it. One of my heroes, Ultimate Warrior, he used to do videos in his later days talking about how amazing it is that you're a human being. That's something that I think most people take for granted. They just go, "I'm a human. What's the big deal?" I mean, there's the phrase, right? "I'm only human." It's almost a derogatory thing. It's an escape. It's like an excuse. "I'm only human." And the old warrior man never used it in an "you're only human" sense. He always said, "You're a human being." As if it was something to be extremely proud of, as if it was the pinnacle of life on this planet. And he would follow it up with, "You have a mind. You're a human being, you have a mind." And it's important to use that mind to recognize the resilience of the human spirit, of the human body. Now, I know for the folks out there who have been through some difficult stuff, not just including the pandemic, but just anything in their life, it might not be a very fun thing to go back and revisit that. That's what PTSD is all about. You don't want to go back and relive that. But as uncomfortable as that might be, it's important not to dwell on the experience and the trauma of it, but to take a moment sometimes and reflect that as difficult as that might have been to go through, it all worked out in the end, didn't it? Everything is going to be okay in the end, because it always has been. And I think anyone who's been through some real serious stuff knows that. 5 years down the road, 10 years, 15 years down the road, it's always worked out in the end, hasn't it? Sometimes you can even look back and go, as tough as that was to go through, it pointed me in the right direction, right? That's been my experience. I've had quite a few challenges throughout my life, both myself and having to watch my family go through and loved ones go through very serious things. And It's important to be as supportive as you possibly can, but it always works out in the end, doesn't it? That's been my experience, and not just in my own personal experience, but observing other people going through difficult things. As long as they didn't give up, as long as they didn't stop fighting, you gotta have that fighting spirit. You gotta act like a human being, not an only human being. I don't know, maybe that's a meme, maybe that's a phrase. Be a human being, not only human. So that's all I wanted to say today. Don't worry about bad things, because it'll work out in the end. If you're a person of faith, just remind yourself that the Bible says, do not fear. And how many times does it say it? I think most of you should know. 365 times. That I don't think is a quelle coïncidence. I don't think it's a coincidence that the Bible says 365 times. One time for every day of the year. Do not worry. So, no matter how difficult, no matter how frustrating, you can deal with it. And you can deal with it by trying to focus on the fact that it always worked out in the end. It doesn't mean it'll work out in a week. I don't think this is going to work out in 6 weeks, because that's how long this latest lockdown is for. But in the end, and I've found the end is sometimes 10 years, sometimes 15. Yeah, you got to have superhuman patience, but as far as superpowers go, that's a pretty good one to have if you can train it, cultivate it. So thanks to Sean PINCHIN for that song. It really lifted me up when I put it on and listened to it. It's an awesome tune with great lyrics, very reassuring, and I hope that I was able to boost his signal a little bit today. Don't worry about bad things. Sean PINCHIN and the Major said it'll work out in the end. Love y'all. Nerd Mistake.
Don't worry about bad things.